Thank you so much, Amy. My kite's a little wrong. Anyway, I would just like to remind the crowd to tweet to our hashtag #RestoreThe4th, letter 4TH. The social media is really how we're going to get out there. It's great that we have such great media coverage, but take pictures, post pictures, tell your friends. That would be a really great service to the Restore the Fourth movement. Our next speaker is Thomas Nephew. He helped found the Montgomery County Civil Rights Coalition, which is dedicated to preserving civil liberties everywhere by preserving them at home. Together, they've opposed unwarranted Metro bag searches, a youth curfew, a loitering law, the NDAA, the NSA dragnet surveillance, and advocate a County Civil Rights Restoration Act. Thomas has also been active in Get FISA Right, an organization dedicated to opposing the FISA Amendments Act, the Patriot Act, and rejecting the politics of fear on national security. Please welcome Thomas.
Thank you. I'd like you to please say this with me. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects.
The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, and personal effects.
Against unreasonable searches and seizures.
Against unreasonable searches and seizures.
Shall not be violated.
Shall not be violated.
And no warrants shall issue.
And no warrant shall issue.
But upon probable cause.
But upon probable cause.
Supported by oath or affirmation.
Supported by oath or affirmation.
And particularly describing the place to be searched.
And particularly describing the place to be searched.
And the persons or things to be seized.
And the persons or things to be seized.
That's your right. Like so many of us here and many of the people that are going to be speaking, I've been warning about what laws like the FISA Amendment Act and the Patriot Act and the Protect America Act are doing to our freedoms for years. Thanks to some courageous journalists and a courageous whistleblower, we're here today to say we told you so. Let's hear it for Edward Snowden.
I saw you too.
Well, actually, I signed up after it came up on my event because I didn't even know it was on Facebook. I got an email
But
from
let's
some
focus
group.
this conversation on our rights. Let's help people realize that privacy must not be a thing of the past. That it's another word for freedom itself. The freedom to think one's own thoughts, the freedom to go one's own way, the freedom to choose one's friends and call or email them without every single one of those choices winding up on some metadata base for some NSA analyst to look at. That's the opposite of reasonable, the opposite of particular, the opposite of justified. It's the opposite of the Fourth Amendment. Part of this needs to be realizing just how much is broken. It's not just the NSA, it's not just the FBI. Local, state and local law enforcement have been granted ever more sweeping authorities, especially in connection with the war on drugs, to ignore the Fourth Amendment. Too many of us ignored that, thinking like that sad Twitter feed you probably see. I've got nothing to hide. That's not about me. That was wrong. What gives me new determination and new hope is seeing so many of you here today. You've come from far and wide to make July 4th mean something more than parades and hot dogs and fireworks. You're declaring a little independence of your own. I think you deserve to give yourselves a hand. And don't stop today. Like you've done today, don't confine yourselves to pointing and clicking. Get out among people with clipboards, with events, with petitions, with whatever you can think of. It's really important to make this movement inescapable, to make it something people are thinking about all the time. And it's important that we write our own history as we go, with videos, with blog posts, with letters to the editor, with conversations with other people. That tells people, including ourselves, that we're not giving up on this. So I really want to thank you in coming, and I'd like to start right now. Please join me in shouting so loud they can hear it in the White House and in Congress. Restore the Fourth!
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 Thanks.
He didn't advocate that people take jobs for the government and sabotage computer systems. I'm shocked. I wanted, that to be in his list.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Our next speaker is Sahid Buttar. He has led the Bill of Rights Defense Committee, BORDC, and its national grassroots network since 2009. He graduated from Stanford Law School in 2003 and has promoted transpartisan grassroots constitutionalism for the past decade across the country as an organizer, trainer, writer, public speaker, lawyer, and performance artist. Please join me in welcoming Sahid.
I'm going to put it on my blog and that will get put on my thing.
I am so happy to celebrate our National Independence Day with you here today in McPherson Square. It's great to be here, and it's even better that you're here. And I do just want to invite everyone here to take advantage of the opportunity today to meet someone new, get their phone number, and meet with them again in coffee in 2 weeks. That's how we're going to build a movement that not just starts today, but continues into the future. The August congressional recess is a time when our members of Congress are exposed to grassroots criticism to a greater degree than any other point during the congressional cycle. This August is the time to restore the fourth, and it starts today, but it will not end today, and your meeting each other and following up will be the engine to make sure that happens. I want to give a quick shout out to Restore the Fourth, as well as all the different organizations that came together to promote and co-sponsor today's events. You'll find a very broad swath of America sharing your concerns.
Which I meant literally.
I want to talk briefly about corruption. We've heard a lot about privacy, about secrecy, and about unaccountability. But when presidential administrations across each of the major parties support dragnet, warrantless, mass surveillance, and Congress, across the leadership of both major parties, legislates in the dark to give the executive branch blank checks, and the courts punt meaningful judicial review and refuse to reach the merits of these questions, and the ultimate result is secret laws giving secret agencies secret amounts of public dollars to give to private corporations to abuse our rights. That is the essence of corruption. And I'll just put it like this before I kick a rhyme for you one time. If Edward Snowden is going to face prosecution for releasing uncomfortable government secrets to the American public about how our tax dollars are being used to abuse our rights, then the Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, should face prosecution for perjury for lying to Congress and the American public earlier this year. So I'm going to spit a rhyme, and I'm going to ask you to repeat the last verse with me. The NSA breaks the law every day. It doesn't matter who you are or what you say. They monitor your phone calls and emails anyway. Corrupt Congress and courts paving the way. Here's a lesson you will learn someday. Watch what you say. They spy on your mind, record your calls for posterity, commit daily executive crimes with impunity. They're the authorities. They're here to keep us safe until inevitably the boot ends up on your face. So you ready to spit the last half with me? Yeah? All right. Here's a lesson you'll learn someday. Watch what you say.
Watch what you say.
They spy on your mind.
They spy on your mind.
Record your calls for posterity.
Record your calls for posterity.
Commit daily executive crimes with impunity.
Commit daily executive crimes with impunity.
They're the authorities. They're here to keep us safe.
They're here to keep us safe.
Until inevitably the boot ends up on your face.
Until inevitably the boot ends up on your face.
Thank you so much for being out today and raising your voice.